Welcome, boys and girls, back to some more imaginative narrative writing modeled by Miss Montiel. I can't wait to see all the roaring fun we're going to have with this lesson. So, as a review, we have to remember what is imaginative narrative writing. We did some imaginative narrative writing with Mrs. Apeda last week about Aladdin, and the week before that, we did some with the Cat in the Hat. So today we're going to review again what is imaginative narrative writing. It tells a story. That means it's fiction, it's pretend. It doesn't happen in real life. It describes a made-up experience or event and it has details. So you make it up and you tell it in detail. You tell specifically what happened. And then it tells who, what, where, how, or when. Okay? So now we are going to look into use your imagination. And I want you, can you imagine if a dinosaur came to your house? Wow, that would be pretty crazy. I want you to now pause the video and go watch the read aloud of Dinosaur Days to see what this little girl did when dinosaurs came to her house. And then we'll get back to our writing after you watch that fun video. Now that you're back after the video, I want you to think, wow, that girl did some crazy things with her dinosaur and they really messed up her house. So what would you do if you had a pet dinosaur? Oh my goodness, what would you do? I want you to think about it because that's our first step. Our first step is to brainstorm. And what kind of thinking map, boys and girls, do we use to brainstorm ideas? Right. We use a circle map. Very good. So here's our circle map. If you had a pet dinosaur, what would you do? So I was thinking of some things I might like to do with my pet dinosaur. And these are just ideas that Miss Montiel brainstormed. So when you do your own, you can come up with some different kinds of ideas. So I might take my pet dinosaur for a ride to Disneyland. I might teach my dinosaur how to read. Or I might give my dinosaur a bath. Or I might take my dinosaur to school with me. Would you like that, girls, if the dinosaur came to school with me? Or I might train it to do tricks, like make shadows. Or I might feed my dinosaur dinner. In the Dinosaur Days book, they had dinner. They had a barbecue. I might feed my dinosaur too. Or I might take my dinosaur for a walk. So these are some different things that I was brainstorming to figure out, what do I want to write about? If I had a pet dinosaur, what would I do? Still thinking. These are all my brainstorming ideas. So now that I've brainstormed, now, boys and girls, I have to decide, what am I going to write about? All right, I've been deciding, and I think I want to choose to write that I want to take the dinosaur to school with me. I would take the dinosaur to school with me. That's the sentence I want to write. So now that I've decided, it's time to get writing. You can print the special dinosaur paper off of Schoology. Or you can just take a blank piece of paper and draw a line across the middle so you have a space for your drawing and a space for your writing. All right, let's get started. Okay, boys and girls, I'm ready to model my writing. After I brainstormed, I printed my dinosaur paper off of Schoology. So now I'm ready to begin. So I want to say my sentence again so I know how many words I need to write. So I decided after I brainstormed that I was going to say. I would take my dinosaur to school. I would take my dinosaur to school. So I need to have 7 words in my sentence. So here we go. I'm going to get started. I'm going to use my high frequency words, but the words that are not high frequency words, I'm going to stretch them and sound them out. And parents, thank you so much for encouraging your students to sound out the words and not tell them how to spell it. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, so my first word is I, and that's a sight word, and also it's the beginning of my sentence, so I need to make sure that I start with a capital. Very good, boys and girls. Okay, so here's my capital I, and now I'm going to write my next word, would. Okay, so I need a finger space, and this word's not a sight word, so I'm going to sound it out. So I'm going to stretch it. W. Oh, I hear a w, w, a W, window card. Okay, so w, w, Ooh, I hear like umbrella card. U, w, d, would, d, a D, like dinosaur, or like a dolphin card, okay? So I would, now I need another finger space, and I'm going to write the word, my next word was take, okay? I would take, okay? So I'm going to stretch that word out. Okay, I hear a T, like turtle card. A. I hear that A saying its name. We've been practicing our long vowels, so I know to make A say its name, I need a blank E, because I have that silent E at the end. So I would take, let me see what goes in that blank right there. Take. Ooh, you can ask your parents, is it a C or a K? Because they both make the same sound. And for this one, it's a K. Okay, so I would take, finger space, my. That's a sight word. I know how to spell it. Can you spell it for me, boys and girls? M-Y. Excellent. Thank you for your help. I would take my. Now I need another finger space. And now I'm going to write dinosaur. That's a long word, but it's okay. I'm just going to stretch it out and see what sounds I hear. So d. Okay, so finger space. D. I. I hear a I. I hear a I saying its name. What sound is that? What letter is that? N. O. I hear O saying its name. What says the sound? S. Very good. Dinosaur. Okay, maybe I hear a Dinosaur. Dinosaur. Like rose card at the end. Okay, good. So we just do our best to sound it out. Now I'm going to go back and read it again to make sure I'm doing a great job so far. I would take my dinosaur. Okay, now I want to say to. I would take my dinosaur to. That's a sight word. T-O. And I didn't have any more space over here. It would be too squished, so I just go to the next line. I would take my dinosaur to, and now finger space, we're going to spell school, okay? So let's see. Finger space, spelling school. What sounds do I hear? S, 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 like my sun card. Then what? Stretching it out. S, K, K, K. You can ask your parents again, is it a C or a K? It's a C in this case. Sk. Ooh. Ooh, does anyone remember what makes the ooh sound? That's like that spoon card. We talked a little bit about it before. It's tricky, that spoon card. And we're going to use the O-O spelling to make that ooh sound. Okay? So I would take my dinosaur to school. I'm missing a sound. I got to put the last sound in school. What sound do you hear at the end? Oh, like our lemon card. Very good. So now let's read it again. I would take my dinosaur to school. Now what do I need right here, boys and girls? Shout it out. Right, I need a period. Now I'm going to count my words to make sure that I have all of the words that I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. I have the 7 words that I counted before. Now it's time to check our work. Now that we finished our writing, we are going to check it. Check our writing. Do I have a capital at the beginning? Do I have a finger space? Do I have a period at the end? Did I use my sounds to spell the words and not copy the words, but instead I sounded and stretched my words out? And does my sentence make sense? If you've checked all those things, give yourself a shout. Hooray! Very good. And now it's time to do your drawing. Make sure that your drawing matches your sentence. So Miss Montiel drew about taking the dinosaur to school. So I have to make sure that in my picture I have my dinosaur and I have my school and I have myself, all of the details that match my sentence. Now, after you're done drawing, I want you to check your drawing. Does your picture match your sentence? Is there a character in your drawing? So that would be me because my pet dinosaur. So are you in your drawing? Does your character have all of its parts? Does it have its head and its eyes and its nose and its neck and its arms and its clothes and its hair? Do I have a setting? So the setting of Miss Montiel's picture would be at school, but you need to choose your sentence. Did I use realistic colors? And do I have at least 5 details? All right, if you have all of those things, you get yourself a shout out. This time, let's say hip, hip, hooray. Ready? Hip, hip, hooray. Great job with your picture. All right, boys and girls, you did awesome. This says you are dynamite. You were super writers today. Great job. I can't wait to see your work. Good job.